Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos, and it's all up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Gino. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's returnable now for Smith. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Throwing again here, Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Now Wilson. And he fends him off. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So now Fry back out following the score. He'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a close game here early on. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Here's Smith to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This time they stay on the ground, and he is going to lose yardage here. So we've arrived at halftime. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan, but you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. The 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on, so plenty can still happen.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That was no 3rd and 2, that was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. On third down, Wilson. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Greg Dulcich, 60 yards. And the Broncos will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So Fry now, after the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Frank Clark, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. We are through 3 quarters of play here. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Now Gino on first down. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic.
Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Throwing now is Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Again, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. To throw is Smith. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he returns this to the 22. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Frank Clark in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
One last throw here for Smith. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And the Lombardi Trophy goes west, and it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs.